We're here with Rocco Galati at the band's C-51 rally. Rocco, has there been some discussion amongst you and the other lawyers at the Center for Constitutional Rights about how you plan to go about dealing with C-51?
More than a discussion is made, there's a decision that has been made that we're going to challenge C-51, and we're going to review it and study over the course of the summer, and by late summer, early fall, we'll be in court.
Again, I know it's raining. I applaud you guys for being here, for being present, for challenging this insane bill. I call it insane bill, sorry. So our last speaker for the day is Rocco Galati. He is a constitutional lawyer. He was committed to cases against the government and holding those accountable for their abuses of power. And he has pledged to challenge Bill C-51 if it becomes law. And he's currently also challenging Bank of Canada to produce interest-free loans for our people rather than selling our assets, for example, Hydro One, so that they can build infrastructure. So I will give it to Rocco now.
Thank you. I don't know why I got invited. You have Josephine. That's all you need. I've been living the fascist security state since 1999 when they first started wiretapping me, and they're continuing to wiretap me. I said I've been living the security of secret police state in Canada since 1999 when the first wiretaps went onto my phones. Now, with respect to C-51, basically it does 5 things. 1, it takes all your private information and shares it with all government agencies, including foreign governments. And for some Canadian citizens, that becomes an eventuality of torture and or death when they're traveling abroad. Secondly, it restricts arbitrarily who can travel. Thirdly, it makes freedom of expression and political criticism with respect to, quote, terrorism and the government's role a terrorist offense in itself. So words and thoughts become an act of terrorism under this bill. It allows CSIS to disrupt covertly constitutionally protected rights of association, expression, and protest. And lastly, it does all of this by taking away all and any transparent judicial oversight. What this legislation creates, and make no mistake about it, is a modern-day Gestapo. No exaggeration, that's what it creates. And if it's passed, it's created it. It chills, censors, and criminalizes free speech, free association, and constitutional rights of assembly. This legislation is not new. German and Italian versions were passed in the 1930s in Europe. And they look very much like C-51. Very hard to distinguish them. I'm not politically partisan, but I'll say 2 things. That any MP who voted for this bill should not get any Canadian citizen's vote. Any candidate who's running for a party who voted for this bill should not get a Canadian citizen's vote. This is quite clearly a fascist and dictatorial piece of legislation, and appeasement of it is unacceptable. We at the Constitutional Rights Center will challenge the constitutionality of this bill and encourage other organizations to do the same. You'll note that I rudely did not thank you for being here today. I'm not going to thank you. It's your duty to be here, to take charge of your constitutional rights as it's mine to come out and speak if invited. All right, everybody should be at this type of event. So as Josephine said, be on the lookout. Do not live in fear. We've entered into the final fascist state, which started with the Chrétien government and has now come full mile. Thank you. Constitutional Rights Center was established in 2004. I'm the executive director. There are 4 operational directors and 3 corporate directors. and we've done about 37, 38 cases over the course of that time. We are going public with the website in a few weeks. If you recall, the Constitutional Center was also an applicant on the Nadon case, the Mainville case, the C-24 challenge, and we'll be an applicant in this challenge as well.
Okay, well, thank you for your time, Rocco, and thank you for coming out and addressing this event and getting rained on.
All right, thanks.